welcome back to another video. Before we get started with today's video, please hit the subscribe button down. We're on the road to 1,000. We've just jumped over the 400 mark. I really appreciate your support. Now, for today's video, we're going to look at the top 10 reasons to be excited for the 2023 Yankee season. Pitchers and catchers are right around the corner, so let's get right into the countdown with number 10. We start at number 10 with Frankie Montas. And will Montas have a bounce-back 2023 season? Acquired by the Yankees at last year's deadline, he did not live up to the ace status that he accomplished with the A's. His 2022 numbers were not at his particular level. He pitched to a 5-12 record with an ERA just above 4. Shoulder issues plagued him in 2022, especially with his time with the Yankees. He was traded to the Yankees with these shoulder issues. Over his tenure in Oakland, he posted a record of 35-30, pitching to a 3.9 ERA. His arsenal is fantastic when Frankie is right. His fastball sits between 97 and 100 miles an hour. He's got a deadly sinker that also sits in the upper 90s. And he boasts that with a nasty splitter that disappears sitting at 87 miles an hour. And coupled that with a slider. If Montas can figure out his shoulder problems, look for his arsenal to be on par with his numbers in Oakland. In 2021, his numbers were fantastic. Sitting first in games started with 32. Tied for third in wins with 13. He was third in innings pitched with 187. Fourth in ERA with 3.37. And he finished sixth in the 2021 Cy Young voting. If Frankie can put his shoulder issues behind him, look for him to get back on track and be a key piece to the rotation for the Yankees in 2023. Now, let's look at number 9. We move to number 9, and the number 9 is Garrett Cole and Carlos Rodon together. This 1-2 punch figures to be the best in the American League. Cole pitched to a 13-8 record with an ERA of 3.5 over 200 2/3 innings pitched. Cole did have issues with the home run last season, and he will look to correct that going into 2023. Backing him up in the rotation will be newly acquired lefty Carlos Rodon, coming to the Yankees in free agency on a 6-year, $162 million deal. An ace in his own right, he was lights out for the Giants last year, where he posted a 14-8 record with a 2.88 ERA and 178 innings pitched, while finishing 6th in the National League Cy Young voting. Injuries have plagued Rodon in the past. He has had shoulder and Tommy John surgery. After fixing his mechanics, he has one of the best slider-fastball combinations in the majors. If they can stay healthy, look for the Yankees to have the best 1-2 punch in the American League, if not the majors. Now, let's move to number 8. Coming in at number 8 on our list is the rotation as a whole. Finishing off the rotation is Nestor Cortes and Luis Severino. Cortes was a huge shot in the arm for the Yankees in 2022, posting a record of 12-4 with an ERA of 2.44 and 158 1/3 innings pitched. All of this earned him his first All-Star game appearance. Cortes threw the most innings in his career last year, and he'll look to carry over his success and push his inning limits ahead in 2023. This crafty lefty fits very well into a rotation full of power arms. Now with Rodon in the pitcher, Nasty Nestor will slot into the 3 or 4 spot in the rotation. The final starter in the rotation is that of Luis Severino. Severino finally posted a close to full season outside of a 60-day IL stint. He had a record of 7-3 with an ERA of 3.18 over 102 innings pitched. Health is and will be the key for Severino, projected to be in the middle of the rotation with Nestor. Entering the final year of his contract, Severino will look to build off of his strong 2022 and avoid the IL. As a whole, this Yankee rotation may be the best in recent memory. Now, let's continue the list and look at number 7. Coming in at number 7 are the new rules. As covered in a previous video on this channel, the MLB will be implementing 4 major rule changes for the 2023 season and beyond. These rules are banning of the shift, bigger bases, a pitch clock, and a pickoff limit per at-bat. These rules will be put in place to shorten the length of the game and produce higher contact rates to push back against the numerous number of strikeouts we have seen in the past 2 seasons. Look for a few Yankees to benefit from those rule changes, especially offensively. Let's continue our list and look at number 6. Coming in at number 6 is the offensive production of Anthony Rizzo and Giancarlo Stanton. Two players looking to benefit from the shift ban are Anthony Rizzo and Giancarlo Stanton. Rizzo, freshly signed to a 2-year deal, has already found success with the Yankees since coming over from the Cubs. Rizzo hit .224 with 32 bombs and 75 RBIs while playing a rock-solid first base. Rizzo saw the shift an astounding 83.8% of the time. By removing the shift, look for Rizzo's numbers to jump and have an even better year offensively. Giancarlo Stanton is another player to benefit from the rule change. Stanton, although right-handed, has been plagued by a defensive shift, seeing them 21.6% of the time last year, especially up the middle. Now that defenders have to be on their side of second base, look for the Rockets up the middle to find grass, which should lead in an increase in batting average. With that, let's move to number 5. Coming in at number 5 is the battle for shortstop. Since Derek Jeter retired, the shortstop position has remained in flux for the Yankees. Didi Gregorius has been the longest serving, holding the position down for 5 seasons, where he hit .269 and provided strong defense. After he left in free agency, the Yankees tried Glaber, but he struggled to play the position and was moved back to second base last year. Isaiah Kiner-Falefa was brought in to play short, and he also struggled defensively. The Yankee system has 2 young prospects primed to make the jump to the majors, Oswald Peraza and Anthony Volpe. Peraza had a cup of coffee with the Yankees last year, showing glimpses of his talent. Over 2 seasons in AAA, Peraza hit .261, hitting 20 homers and stole 35 bases, and is ranked as a plus defender, only making 4 errors. Volpe, on the other hand, is also prepared to compete for the position in spring training, spending most of the 22 season in AA. He hit .251 with 18 home runs and 44 stolen bases. Volpe was also able to play 22 games at the AAA level. In 99 plate appearances, he hit .236. Volpe is also rated as a plus defender at the position. Peraza is projected to have the upper hand, but look for a heated battle between the 2 top prospects during spring training this year. Hopefully, this can give the Yankees some stability at the position for the first time in a while. Now, let's continue to number 4. Coming in at number 4 is the development of Jason Dominguez and Spencer Jones. Outside of the shortstop position, the Yankee system also carries a few top prospects in the outfield. Headlined by Jason Dominguez, who is just 19, is expected to be an impact player at the major league level very soon. Dominguez rocketed up the minors from low A to AA last year. In high A for Hudson Valley, he hit .306 with 6 home runs and 17 stolen bases in 40 games. He spent just 5 games with Somerset, but had a strong playoffs for them and is expected to start the season there, with an ETA to the Bronx in 2024. Another prospect to watch this season is Spencer Jones. The Yankees' 2022 draft pick is a big boy standing at 6'7" and has the same body type as Aaron Judge. In 22 games with Tampa, the lefty hit .325 with 3 home runs while stealing 10 bases. Look for him to jump through the Yankee system this season. With that, let's continue our list with number 3. Coming in at number 3 is a full season of Oswaldo Cabrera. Cabrera was called up on August 17th by the Yankees due to the injury bug plaguing the Yankee starters during the second half of the season. Cabrera fit swimmingly, playing all over the field, making memorable plays that are all over the highlight reels for the season. He was a spark plug for the Yankees. He hit .247, 6 home runs in 154 at-bats. With his personality breathing life during the second half of the season into the Yankees, they were able to hold on to the division lead. If there is no trade in this offseason, he's projected to be the Yankees starting left fielder, but also can be a super utility that would be huge to keep players fresh and healthy. Now let's see what is number 2 on our list. Coming in at number 2 is Harrison Bader. Bader was acquired by the Yankees from the Cardinals at last year's deadline for starting pitcher Jordan Montgomery. At the time, the deal was not received well by Yankee fans due to the fact Bader was dealing with plantar fasciitis and was in a walking boot, and there was no timetable for his return to play. He finally made his Yankee debut with 16 games left in the regular season and instantly became a fan favorite. The Bronxville native brings stellar defense and energy the Yankees were lacking at the end of the season. In 2022, Bader hit .250 with 5 home runs while knocking in 30 runs and stole 17 bases. Bader's bat proved large in the ALDS, helping them defeat the Guardians in 5 games. In the playoffs, he had a .333 average, which was the highest on the team among starters. Having Bader for the full season should prove large for the Yankees, as Bader will bring steady defense in center field and let Judge stay in right field, and also provide a spark plug in the lineup. Bader is in the last year of his contract, and hopefully the Yankees can keep Bader in the fold for a long time. With that, let's finish our list and look at number 1. Coming in at number 1 on our list is nobody else but Aaron Judge. Oh, Captain, my Captain. We all know the type of season Aaron Judge had in 2022, which was deemed the greatest walk year a player has ever had. After turning down a 7-year, $210 million contract, the newly minted captain had a season for the ages, breaking the home run record with 62, batting .311, and knocking in 131 runs, leading the league in almost every offensive category. Judge went on to win the American League MVP, and most importantly was inked to a 9-year, $360 million deal by the Yankees. Although it was not a foregone conclusion Judge would end up back in pinstripes, with him being a Giant for 5 minutes. Thank you, John Heyman. Hopefully his alter ego, Arson Judge, can provide the same punch for the Giants that Aaron Judge will for the Yankees. Sorry, Giants fans. Too soon? The newly minted captain will look to provide that 2022 was just the beginning of a historical career in pinstripes, and will look to add to his legacy. So that was our top 10. What do you guys think? Do you think I missed something? Would you like to add something in the comment section? Tell me what you guys think. And look for another top 5 video of what we're not looking forward to. So if you guys want me to cover something specific in that video, throw it in the comment section below. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. We are growing. I worked really hard in this video, so I hope you guys enjoyed it just as much as I enjoyed working on it. And I'll catch you guys in the next video.